that show, there was beer everywhere. It was a celebration. And it was a celebration of what we've accomplished. And we told people, hey, look, we're having to close our doors. We're going to figure this situation out. This may or may not be our last show. But if it is, we wanted to give everyone the opportunity to at least come and support us one last time. Since we've shut our doors and we've worked on cleaning, our wheels have been turning, and there are a lot of opportunities out there that we didn't think about. Possibilities, investors, creative financing, fundraisers. We do have that online account that a friend encouraged me to make, and Fundly is basically a Kickstarter but with less limitations, we could always extend our date, if we needed to or whatever. But we did that, that wasn't our idea, but we did that in case people do feel charitable and they want to help us out. Every little bit does help. But what we're doing is we're taking this time to reevaluate our situation and figure out what is the best thing for Dharma. We want to be a landmark in Lake Charles. We don't want to go anywhere. But is it best for Dharma for us to find an investor, a partner, a lending source to help us move on to that next phase, which is to add food, continue to develop our sound, and get some other acts in, to our town that haven't maybe been yet, that are traveling and all over the country, and we're going to figure out what the best thing is for Dharma. And if it means, hey, you know what? Let's take a step back. Let's learn from this experience and wait until we find another better location and we have a stronger plan for the place, then that's what we're going to do. But we are fighting and we're trying every resource. We're taking suggestions, we're taking donations, and we have several meetings scheduled for this week that are strong possibilities for the future. So we're staying positive. Even if it is, hey, this is the end of the road for now, it's not the end of the road. And Derek and I have felt so grateful and blessed this past year. We've learned a lot, and we know what our next steps would be on when we get to that next phase of Dharma, whether it's in the next few weeks to a month, few days, or whether it's in a few years when we have an ability to buy our own location. So there's a lot of thought going into this, and we just want to say thank you for you guys hanging in there with us. It's not over. Just keep sending us good vibes, and know that we are trying to do the best thing for Lake Charles, the music scene, and for Dharma. Not to mention for ourselves. Derek and I have made a lot of personal sacrifices. We've been eating peanut butter and jellies for a year, with the occasional, meal out every once in a while at a mom and pop business in Lake Charles. We do try to support our other businesses like Stellar Beans and Luna Live and Luna Bar and Grill, Pujo Street. There's a lot downtown. People, we need to kind of join forces. We need to make these businesses happen. And now we've got the new cantina. We have Booze Cajun. Is it
Cajun
Booze
Booze?
Cajun Booze. Mr. Bill's Express moved into that spot, and they're still waiting for the liquor license to go through. So we need to support these businesses and just keep positive and try to do the best we can to make Lake Charles a better place and more progressive.
There you have it from Alyssa herself, on behalf of Alyssa, Derek, and Dharma. So we're going to talk about that a little bit more. Getting back to the music for you right here on LA On Air with Bray J. Here it is, our good friends Tandem out of Lafayette with Satisfy, right here on LA On Air.
Such an empty room and reflects the winter's gloom, but you made it come alive when you bought me with a smile. good time and let me broken and spine. Like a fire in the night, you can't be satisfied with your love's a alibi, all your bitter ruts inside. Like a fire in the night, you burn all my dreams of life. I found up within your lies and I don't wanna say goodbye. Like a fire in the night, you can't be satisfied with your love's a alibi, all your bitter ruts inside. Like a fire in the night, you burn all my dreams of life. I found up within your lies and I don't wanna say goodbye. Like a fire in the night, you can't be satisfied with your love's a alibi, all your bitter ruts inside. Like a fire in the night, you burn all my dreams of life. I found up within your lies and I don't wanna say goodbye. Like a fire in the night, you can't be satisfied with your love's a alibi, all your bitter ruts inside. Like a fire in the night, you burn all my dreams of life. I found up within your lies and I don't wanna say goodbye.
The best part of what's inside me. Hold you every One is older now. All we were still breathing, and you were always on my mind. And though we came apart, my most unarmed afterthought, you were always on my mind. Daniel's running miles away from here. Save me tonight. Does he miss me? Lonely, torn 3 times. Daniel's running miles away from here. Save me tonight. Does he miss me? Lonely, torn 3 times. You're the best part of what's inside me. Oh,
There it is right here on LA On Air. Our good friends Tandem with Satisfy, followed by our good friends out of Baton Rouge, England in 1819 with Daniel. Daniel, a new one here on the show. Excited to have that. So we just got through talking about Dharma, and we used the word resilience to describe Derek and Alyssa, and they truly are resilient. I mean, no doubt, hands down. I talked to a lot of people after we posted the news. A lot of people didn't like it, and I mean that literally. People didn't like the post, and because they couldn't, their hearts were broken. This means a lot to our city. The one thing I learned a lot from this situation, as I know y'all have. The people, not in our area only, this happens across, people aren't paying attention. So some people, still have not figured out half the venues that they have downtown, which are all amazing, and I mean that literally. All of them have their own specialty, their own niche, and anyone can walk into any of them and have a great time. I can say that honestly. But it was interesting just to hear the feedback, and I'm glad I got to see it and watch it throughout social media, as well as through conversation. And, some of the people are very much so selfish, and that they felt bad, but they didn't really stop and, want to find out more how they could help, which is natural, especially in 2014. But at the same time, there were people who really did share their heart with me, and they said, I realized their contribution to our city, and I hate to see that. Where will the bands play now that we don't have Dharma? And I said, well, the positive thing is Alyssa and Derek aren't people who just give up. This isn't just another business that's going to go down the history books as closing. They are fighting to keep Dharma open. And you have a lot of supporters, and it's important, that everyone out there know that as well. And if you're one of those people who immediately go negative or think, oh, it's over, you need to focus in on great examples like Alyssa and Derek, because their resilience is what ultimately, is what's recorded. I mean, if y'all do, which we're all praying and rooting for y'all, that y'all are able to make it through and we can see the doors reopen, whether it is in a few days, weeks, months, or years. The fact is, y'all will go down in my history book as fighters.
Yeah, we've definitely been fighting. The fact that we were able to stay open as long as we have with such limited people, resources, is a miracle, and it's a blessing. And if you think back, I thought it was all over. I ran my house as a music venue for 6 months, occupied Common Street. It was awesome. We were packed, and we had such a good crowd there, and the spirit of those house parties continued on in Dharma. I thought, hey, you know what? There's my last house party. I got somebody moved into that house now. I'll stay up on top of that, and next thing you know, this opportunity presents itself to Derek and I, and we thought that we were done with house parties, but for one whole year, every single day since January 18th, we've been having house parties.
Amazing house
every
parties.
night.
Yes.
Whether they're small intimate parties, right, or even some nights where Lake Charles is just asleep, people,
yes,
and Derek